is Sports Today on 882 6PR.
Here with Brad and Carl, yesloans.com.au. Let's talk about the Festival of Cricket and the upcoming Test match and other things with former champion in Adam Gilchrist. G'day, Gilly.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Going really well. Thanks for joining us on the program. And, you just can't stay away from this game, can you?
Oh no, that's right. It's been nice to be invited back to play a game of cricket. Actually, nice to be remembered.
Well, what is even nicer, Gilly, is that the Lilac Hill Festival of Cricket Legends match was something that I know for a lot of the corporate businesses of Perth was something that they ticked and put into their calendar regularly, and it was really well supported. And, mate, it was sad 5 years ago to see it go, but what's great is to see you and Ricky Ponting and Simon Kadich and Stewie McGill and Tommy and Andy Bickle, Jeff Marsh, Hoggy, and again, you know, when you look at the English and world legends, to get Robin Smith back and Gladstone Small and Carl Hooper and the list goes on, Adam Hollyoake, it's just great to see all the boys who'll be out there having a great day out at Lilac Hill.
Yeah, well, I think actually it's a good point you make, but I think it might be actually at Aquinas College.
Oh, okay.
Carl, you might want to just check the info that's been sent to you.
Right, good, okay,
I'll
thank you.
I'll certainly be at the wrong venue if I turn up to Lilac Hill, and I reckon it might be happening over at Aquinas College. But I think what your point you make there about that old Lilac Hill Festival match is it was so well embraced by Perth. It was the sort of tour opener for the touring teams in previous years gone by, and I think there's a great opportunity here to reignite that interest. It's a fantastic corporate day, and there's general admission seats as well. You don't just have to come along as an invite in a corporate tent. You can come along and purchase those tickets. I think online at Mosh Tickets, or if you head to Scout Entertainment, their website, they'll be able to help you out there. But the players that have put their hand up to come along and play. Ricky Ponting, I mean, what a draw card. You mentioned Justin Langer saying that he'll be playing in a Ricky Ponting testimonial in Launceston at the end of January. I think I've been invited for that one as well. And I think this is the only other game that Punter is going to participate in. So that's a real coup to have Ricky so fresh out of retirement and on a whirlwind book signing tour. So good opportunity to come along and buy his book and get it signed personally. But and I believe a young man by the name of James Taylor, not of the singing variety, but he played a test match for England earlier this year. So he's just linked up to play the match as well. So past legends and a few current players as well.
And it's been dubbed the Festival of Cricket, so it's a good-natured, friendly sort of game. But how are the anxiety levels for you? Because I know you blokes are always competitive. You're never going to step away from it, so you want to do well.
Yeah, you'd like to get in there. I've never performed overly well in these type of matches. My big career highlight in the Lilac Hill Festival matches was wicket-keeping to Fott, the great Dennis Lilly, and picking up a catch off his bowling. So caught Gilly, bowled Lilly. That was and that was early in my career when I just moved over to WA. So I was hanging my hat on that for quite a while. But it's just these matches are brilliant. And not everyone has either the time or the capability or the finances to go to the big matches. Down at the WACA, fantastic cricket on display there in the form of international cricket and the Big Bash, T20 Big Bash. But not everyone can get to those games. So this is a perfect way to have that blend. See some big names on display, but in a much more intimate display as well. The players will be in amongst the corporate tent. We'll be talking and mingling with the public that are there. So a great experience. And also I must point out too, something very fond to my heart is a charity called Ronald McDonald House. I've been patron for 13 years, and there's going to be part proceeds heading their way as well. So great support for that charity.
So just repeating, it is at Aquinas College, which is at Salter Point. It's on Wednesday, the 11th of December. The start time is at 12 noon. It's scheduled to finish around 6 p.m, but we know these things can linger given it's hopefully a nice summer's day. Premium general admission seating, which is supplied, is $45, and standard general admission, which is a picnic-style opportunity for you, is at $30. And, of course, there is corporate marquees available, and as Gilly said, the Scouts syndicated marquees or private corporate marquees are available. We'll give you more of those details throughout the night. Gilly, you sounded excited during that first test up there at Brisbane, I reckon. I know that when you were giving expert comments that there was just that heightened enthusiasm in your voice.
Look, I think we're all surprised somewhat by that result. What was it, 5 for 160 or whatever it was, or 6 for 160? Everyone thought it's a long, hot summer, this one, but brilliant effort by all the guys. Mitch, obviously, Brad Haddon is probably the one that's been missed in all the praise and accolades out of that game. But just brilliant. It was great, and I'm so happy for that group of players to taste that or experience that taste of victory, particularly against England. We heard Shane Warne's comments at the start of the program there, and he's obviously keen to see a bit more blood spilt, but he's spot on. England have got pretty boastful in the last couple of years, with good reason, but it's nice to see the tables turn. But all starts again in a couple of days, on what I suspect will be a very flat Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, what do you think about the drop in pitches, Adam? And, of course, it's the new revamped Adelaide Oval. They spent a lot of money and they spent a lot of time on this particular ground.
Yeah, I've got to be careful what I say talking to two footy players, but look, I think deep down it's a real shame that Adelaide's lost that charm and unique character that it made it the most beautiful ground in the world to play at. I personally felt, and it's always been my favourite ground to play at. It'll be an amazing stadium, no doubt about it. And look, they're the times we live in, and to cater for AFL demand, one, you've got to build a stadium that has a greater capacity than what Adelaide Oval had, and two, you've got to rip your wicket out, and I know those pressures come from the AFL to not have the hard cricket pitch in there during the season. But it's a real shame from a purely purist cricket point of view, but I understand the commercial drive of it, and that's just the way it is. So I guess the encouraging thing is the Melbourne Cricket Ground was the same 10, 12 years ago when it became a drop-in pitch. It is now grown in its own character, and it provides a wonderful cricket venue that provides great results by way of cricket matches. So in time, it'll settle in and reform its own characteristics.
Hey, Gilly, how do you see the England side shaping up? Because, of course, we're hearing today that Tim Bresnan is most likely to come in and play for Tremlett, that Gary Ballance is probably the favoured way to go for Trott. It's not likely that he'll open the innings, that Ian Bell's being talked about as going up there. And, gee, I didn't realise that nightclubs actually stayed open in Adelaide till 3:30.
I'm sure you've tapped into a few there yourself, mate. But, look, I haven't seen too much. I've seen a few headlines about a big night out. Good on them if that's what they need. A bit of a blowout. Go for it just as long as they're back ready to go come game day. They look a little bit dishevelled, don't they? The moment that you start walking through airports and treating the press with disdain, that tells me there's a few issues around. It's not that big a deal to pull your headphones out and say, sorry, I'm not doing press today, and then politely walk on. So the questions are being asked. They're a very well-performed team. We've got to expect them to come back, but the signs aren't good at the moment. So for England, and very encouraging for Australia. But one game down, it all starts again. And look, I've been really impressed with the Aussie unit since Buff's come on board. Very difficult circumstances for all involved, none the least Mickey, who I know you guys talk to regularly and probably be with later on in the show. But Buff's come in, and I think he's created a very good environment there, and he's allowing the guys to do what they do best, and that's play some decent cricket, and it seems to be working well.
Adam, just a couple of quick ones before we let you go. Obviously, you wear many caps these days. What's coming up for Adam Gilchrist over the summer?
Yeah, very exciting summer with the Big Bash, KFC Big Bash League on Channel 10, which is for the first time going to be broadcasting cricket in this country. So that's really exciting, alongside Ricky Ponting and Mark Waugh, Damien Fleming and Sir Vivian Richards, none the least. He'll be on the sidelines offering his perspective on the hardest hitting format of the game. I think he would have gone right at T20, but yeah, that's really exciting. Free-to-air TV too. So that's for the first time that the Big Bash is going to be on free-to-air. So going to be good fun being part of that. And then trying to have a bit of a holiday as well with the family mixed in there, and attempt to keep coaching my son's team better than I am at the moment.
Gilly,
We've done very well.
so how things have changed in 12 months. Last year we were rubbing shoulders, having a couple of quiet ones up there in the Chairman's Lounge, and this year you're doing commentary on Channel 10. I will be doing commentary here on 882 6PR for Fairfax as we embark on a similar program when it comes to broadcast.